Hello viewers, welcome to English with BDM. In this video, I am going to discuss the uses of the present perfect tense in relation to the past simple tense. The present perfect tense is used for an action just completed. So we often use the adverb just and sometimes already in such situations. She has just returned from office. She has just returned from office. We sometimes use the adverb already. The money has already been refunded. The money has already been refunded. The first sentence is in the active voice, present perfect tense, and the second one is the passive voice. We also use this tense when we mention no time. Then the emphasis is on the completion of the action and its result. They have purchased. They have purchased another car. They have purchased another car. No time is mentioned. The action definitely took place sometime in the past and its result is important to the speaker. So he simply uses the present perfect tense. We can use some words and phrases expressing time, a period of time or length of time that leads up to the present. That is, a portion of that period is past, but at least a portion is still present. So that period of time or length of time is not completely past. As for example, we can add the phrase here, they have purchased a car this month. They have purchased another car this month. So such words are today, this morning, this afternoon, this week, this month, this year, etc. With such phrases and words that refer to period or length of time which leads up to the present. That is, that period of time has not completely passed, has not completely ended. At least a portion of it is present now. With such phrases, we can also use the present perfect tense. They have purchased another car this week or this month, etc. We can also use the tense when some unspecific past time is mentioned. Unspecific past time such as recently, lately, in recent time. Recently, lately, in recent time. We can use the same adverb with in this sentence. They have recently purchased another car. They have lately purchased another car. They have purchased another car in recent time. Many such incidents have occurred here. This here in recent time. Many such incidents have occurred here in recent time. Many such incidents have occurred here in recent time. We can use this tense for repeated actions. And this is an example of such an instance. The same or similar incidents occurred in the past several times. We can mention them together. Many such incidents occurred here in recent time. Now, if we mention each of them separately, we cannot use the present perfect tense for each one of them because they did not take place at the same time. The first one occurred a day or two or a week ago, and then we have to use the past simple tense because then we mention a specific past time. Remember that whatever may be the result, if we mention any specific past time, such as yesterday, last week, last month, etc., we must use the past simple tense. Even with phrases like this week, this month, this morning, etc., we can use the past simple tense if we lay emphasis, if we place the emphasis on the time. If we mention the repeated actions together, whether we mention the time or not, we can use the present perfect tense. But when we mention each of them separately, we can use the present perfect tense for the last one. For example, the last one has occurred just now or this morning, a time that leads up to the present, which is not completely past, as we have seen here, the same pattern. But when we mention the incidents together in the same sentence, we can use the present perfect tense as we have used a time that leads up to the, that is recent past, in the recent past, where you can use the present perfect tense. But the time phrase may be in recent time or this week, this month, etc. When we mention the incidents together, we can use the present perfect tense. But when we mention them separately, one after another, we can use the present perfect tense for the last one if it has happened in a time that is not still totally past. But for the previous incidents, the happening of the same action repeatedly, for each one of them we must use the past simple tense. The first one occurred last month. The first one occurred. We cannot use then the present perfect tense because last month is a clear, definite past time. The second one occurred on the first of this month. This month is present, okay, but the first of this month is obviously totally past. So when we mention the incident separately, we use the past simple tense except the last one, which has occurred this morning or just now. And if this also occurred in a past time, definite past time that we mention in the sentence, we must use the past simple tense. The last one occurred yesterday. But when we mention them in a group, in the single sentence, either mentioning the time or not, we can use the present perfect tense. So mind it that when we mention specific past time in any sentence to mention any action, its result may be present, very strongly present, but we cannot then use the present perfect tense. It is a peculiarity of the English language. She received the mail yesterday. The effect, the result is there, but still we cannot say she has received the mail yesterday. We must say she received the mail yesterday. My uncle has come to our house. It's okay. He has come and he is still staying with us. But if we mention the time, my uncle came to our house yesterday. He came to our house yesterday and he is still staying with us. Yet, still then, we cannot use the present perfect tense as we mention a specific definite past time like yesterday. We can use the tense, present perfect tense, and the past simple tense for the same action that happened just once. For the same action that happened just once. Another shopping mall has opened in town. Another shopping mall has opened in town. The time is not mentioned. But obviously the action took place sometime in the past. Here, the time is not important to the speaker. He lays emphasis on the completion of the action of opening and its result. The shopping mall is new, it is still there. Someone says to his friend, another shopping mall has opened in town. Now the second person, the friend of the first speaker, comes to know about the event. He now is curious to know the time of the opening of the mall. He knows that it opened sometime in the past. So he asks the question about the time of the opening of the mall. When did it open? And then he obviously uses the simple past tense to inquire about the time of the opening of the mall. And now the first speaker, the first friend, will obviously use the past simple tense, not the present perfect tense, because he has to now he has to mention the time or the date of the opening of the mall, and that time is obviously past. So he will use the simple past tense. It opened on Monday. It opened on Monday. Another shopping mall has opened in town. When did it open? When the second friend asks the question, he has already known that a shopping mall has opened, but now his focus, his emphasis is on the time because he does not know the time of the opening of the mall. So he asks the question in the past simple tense, when did it open? And naturally the first friend now has to use the past simple tense instead of the present perfect tense because he has to mention a time which is now completely past. And that is all about the uses of the present perfect tense in comparison to the past simple. So mind it that whatever may be the situation, if we mention any definite specific past time, we must use the past simple tense. In the next video, I will discuss the uses of the past simple tense in detail along with the uses of the past perfect tense. Thank you for watching. Expecting to meet you in the next video.